All right, morning everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vays. Still down in Panama City, Panama, and no webcam. But once I get to Miami tomorrow, I will have a webcam there. So we'll go back to having a normal stream. All right, today is Saturday. I'm probably not going to make this too long. So, but though I will keep an eye on your chat. Hopefully the audio is all set and good. NFL playoffs begin today. I haven't really been paying much attention, but it'd be cool to see something like Patriots against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the Super Bowl, Brady against Belichick. That'd be fun to watch. All right, guys, let's go to the charts. We have. I was going to do that later. No, you know what? I'll do it later. The monthly chart, I still think we can make it into the triangle by the time the month is over. I have not given up on the bullish case for Bitcoin, even though it came very, very close to being disastrous with a pullback down to as low as 20, but most likely somewhere in the mid to low 30s. For now, however, we are still on the rise off of the MRI buy. I will continue to defend this MRI buy situation. So far, so good. And I believe that we can make it back to the resistance area of $47,500. After that, the situation gets very, very tricky. I was doing 2 videos a day down here at the bounce. I'll probably go back to 1 video a day for now. But then when we get to the $47,500 area, I may have to do videos more often because that is going to be a very tricky area to navigate. Here we go with our 4-day candle Consensio chart. We are down to 1.5 days left, today being that half day of the actual trading. But this is also the weekend, and things do slow down on the weekend. It's very likely that this candle will close above the short-term moving average. And if so, the next candle's opening will create an up move in the short-term 3-candle moving average, because we're going to remove this low-level close. And it will be just the close of last candle, current candle, and wherever the next candle shows up. That's a nice little uptick in the short-term moving average. Price would be above that moving average, of course, and we would still need something else to add to our allocation. I'm going to stick with a 20% bullish allocation until the price either makes it above the next moving average, the short-term moving average goes above that moving average, though I don't see that happening without the price going above it first. So we would need a price above that moving average, which will drop down next candle, of course. Okay, so that's basically where we are. Once the moving averages do cross over, that allows us to up the allocation to about 40%. Then once both moving averages are rising and the price is above them, that would allow us to add to make this about 60%, maybe as high as 75. But I will not go 100% bullish Bitcoin until we go above the long-term moving average. That would be the last and final area that is needed. The last time we did go 100% bullish was right here. That was at a price of $48,000. And yes, the next time we go 100% bullish, it would be at a higher price. It would certainly be closer to 55. However, we are already in the market and, of course, profiting from the rise in the price of Bitcoin off the lows. All right, before I move on to the daily chart, guys, please keep in mind, Unconfiscatable is coming back to Las Vegas the first weekend of March. You go to the website, you get to see an awesome video. There are other videos on the poker site. You can register to play in our poker tournament. You can check out a little video for that. And of course, the carnivory dinner as well. All right, carnivory dinner as well. Awesome videos from last time. Okay, so other than that, you can follow the Unconfiscatable YouTube channel, which is where all the videos are from the prior conferences. Check that out. And we do have an Instagram, but also I have my personal Instagram, guys. This is where I post like stories of where I'm hanging out. Like in Panama, there's a bunch of stories. I was at this place called Emotions Dinner Theater last night. That was great. You can also follow the Unconfiscatable channel as well. The Unconfiscatable Instagram channel is right there. Obviously, you see the financial summit pictures. And last night was a lot of fun. They, of course, accept Bitcoin. They have a Bitcoin ATM machine. This place called Emotions Dinner Theater. If you are in Panama City, not Florida, but Panama City, Florida, sorry, Panama City, Panama, you really want to check out this show. It's a restaurant. They have ridiculous shows. It's such an awesome, fun place, and good tequila as well. But hey, I'm in Latin America, so tequila will always be pretty good. All right, guys, let's move on with the charts. Daily chart. Let's take a look at the funding rate. I see a question, Kadirsi. What would be the trigger to get Bitcoin above 100,000? If I was putting it, would make sense. Everything crashing and only way Bitcoin. Well, there could be lots of triggers. Issues with geopolitical issues with the European common currency, or people just realizing it, or it's a bunch of whales just starting to buy up Bitcoin. You don't even need a trigger. Bitcoin, I'm very confident Bitcoin is going to 100,000 this year. It didn't happen last year. Thought it was going to happen last year. The funding rate has been favoring the bulls for quite a while now. So that's another long consolidation. See, the last time we had this kind of consolidation, most of last year, and then it flipped around October 5th. And just with a little bit of bullishness from October 5th into November, look what happened. Look what happened from October 5th right here into November. Bitcoin moved a lot. It doesn't take much. All right, guys, you can see the CMF is starting to go positive. The MACD has already gone positive, though I would love to see it cross the zero line. And RSI hit oversold beautifully. And now we're going back to the upside. So everything is looking good in the oscillators. We got our def cross. There is the def cross. It has already taken place yesterday or 2 days ago. No, yesterday. And we are holding nice and steady. I do want us to close the week above the prior daily swing high. So you can see how the highest daily close we've had in the last week was just under $44,000. I would want to see that close. Seeing a close of 44,000 or higher on current weekly candle would make me very, very bullish. Here is the next level of resistance. The next level of resistance, and I should make this red, is right there. Okay, that is the next level of resistance. It will be a double whammy between the $46,000 area, which was the area of the breakdown, and the 50-period declining moving average. If Bitcoin can find the strength to get above that, it would run into resistance at the still increasing 200-day moving average in the $49,000 area. Now, the other charts have this resistance at 47.5. Actually, it's not 47.5 anymore. I keep talking about 47.5, but the 47.5 has come and gone. Because of this, see, this was the main resistance at 47.5 with the moving average cluster. But as the moving average is spread out, 47.5 no longer becomes all that relevant. We're now going to have resistance at 46 and then resistance all the way at 49. So this is the interesting part about technical analysis, because it changes. I still have this trend line. I can now make this trend line more effective by not breaking any of the bodies, but you can see how now we're touching an additional piece right there. Okay, these two are very, very different. I'm just gonna put this into here and this here like that. Okay, so these are additional areas of resistance, and this declining trend line will also need to be broken. One of the things that I teach in my courses, and if you're looking for those, tonevays.com, this is the indicator, MRI indicator that I constantly use, but there's also the on-demand series. By the way, I released one of these. I released the ADX, the Copic ADX, and the SAR video. The Celgene, I still need to release. So this should probably come down off the website for sale, because I'm probably gonna release the other one sooner than later, so people don't get confused. I don't want people paying for stuff that is freely available at this point. And probably at the end of the year, I will release Consensio, and then next year we will release all of the Hyperwave series. Eventually, everything becomes free. I have lowered my prices. I may lower it again at some point, until eventually all my stuff just becomes free. But for now, please support by purchasing trading education if that is what you're looking for. In my technical analysis course, I talk about trend lines and the best way to break a trend line. It is very unlikely that this trend line would break on first shot. Very unlikely, because we're coming in from a brand new swing low. We would need to pull back. Hopefully this pullback will only be to approximately current area, this $44,000 area, after it hits this resistance area. And then we can go up and break that trend line on second try. Okay, so I'm going to lower this arrow to there. Short-term chart, I love the CMF right here. Look how bullish that CMF is. This is a combination of price and volume. I like the price sitting above all the moving averages. I like this consolidation, but we need to get above this MRI resistance line, which means we need to get above 44,000 and close there for end of week. Trading that MRI, how do I learn to trade it? Okay, so let me stop screen share real quick so I can log into tradingmri.com. All right, let's go back to screen share. All right, guys, so here is tradingmri.com. This is where we have signals, and you can be notified over Telegram, over email, probably over text message as well, if not yet, then soon, on assets that are hitting certain parts of the MRI. Whatever this stock is, Archer, it is bullish across the board, and that makes me curious, how good of a trade is this? ADM, it's bullish on daily, weekly, and monthly. That is a gorgeous bullish chart on the daily. Unfortunately, it is very close to the next MRI top, and it will be a double second consecutive MRI top. The best time to buy this was, of course, the break above this consolidation around here. That would have been the best time to buy it. This would have been a decent time to take profit, and you could have gotten back in once you got back above that prior MRI top. Right now, feels a little bit overextended on a daily, which I spotted earlier, but this has been bullish on the daily chart for quite a while. The weekly chart looks very bullish. The weekly chart looks like this thing is about to get started. 6 months it had to go above. Also look at the top, right on a second consecutive MRI top. Beautiful. And the monthly chart is also breaking out of the consolidation. This is a great situation. Also, look at the MRI. Look at how it nicely timed the bottom here, beautifully timed the top right there. And this top was not timed as perfectly, but of course, if you got in and you got out on this monthly top, you certainly made money because that was a brand new swing high. So that's kind of how you use it. How do you use the MRI? Well, because the MRI is not yet free and available, though perhaps in the next year or two it might be. But for now, you would have to go to Tone Vays Products and Services MRI indicator. I have lowered the price to $750, not $1,000. I need to drop that. Maybe lowering it again in the near future. We will see. I do want to one day make it free for everyone, but for now, since it does require client support, there is a price tag of $750, one-time fee. ADM is the subject of the movie The Informant. Okay, good to know. Thanks, motorist. Tone, didn't you think the chances of Bitcoin returning to the triangle got slimmer now since we spent a lot of time outside of the triangle? Might there be a high probability of a fake out? No, no, it did not. It doesn't matter. See, when I look back at this candle, I have absolutely no idea if this entire move happened on the last day of the month or on the first day of the month. Like, I don't know. I don't know if we rallied up above the triangle just in the first few days of the month and then crashed and spent the rest of the month down there. Just like it doesn't matter here. Like, as long as we rally on January 29th back into the triangle, that's no different than rallying on, today into the triangle. So it does not. I just don't want to see. Well, this line is kind of crossing it. This should really be on a, it's a 3-month chart. Sorry, this should be a monthly chart. I'm on a quarterly chart. I really want to see this go all the way up quarterly because I want the MRI count to last. This is not even a monthly chart. Here's a monthly chart. Right, so the red star kind of sucks. But if we get back over and close as a green candle, the red star will go away. It will go away if we close as a green candle. And I want to see us close inside the triangle. That's the triangle we should do on a monthly scale. All right, guys, I do need to get going in 5 minutes. Going on a yacht around Panama City. But yeah, please follow me on Instagram. Oh, that's not me. Let me see here. That's me. I would love to break 10,000 followers. I got rejected by Instagram for a check mark. And I haven't yet applied on Twitter. I'm waiting for Twitter. I'm waiting till I have maybe 300,000 followers. And then I'm going to try and apply for a check mark on Twitter. And the reason, I don't care if there's a check mark. However, so many people are getting scammed by fake tone bases, especially on Instagram. So many fake me's are scamming people that check mark really, like, Instagram should want to give it to me because people, their users are being scammed by fake me's, but they clearly don't care. Panama City's great. Decimated without tourism. Like, there's a whole street of bars and it's deserted. And it used to be like parties there every night. The governments have really destroyed the world with COVID shutdowns. Completely unnecessary shutdowns over a cold. And and it's decimated tourism. Yeah, I still believe that we're going to break 44,000. by Sunday night and close the week above 44,000. That's what I'm looking for. Hey guys, the financial summit is taking place in the Dominican Republic, one of the few places that does not mandate a vaccine or a PCR test to enter. So come join us at the financial summit in the Dominican Republic. All right, traditional markets, we're over on the weekend, and look at that. Oil, new swing high, new multi-year high. Oil has not been this high since 2014. 2014. And I believe oil is going to go way higher. I have been on this bullish trend of oil for a long time now, and we just got a green star candle. So we're probably going to break $100 a barrel by end of year. I'm very confident in that. S&P 500 remains very correlated with Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is trading on the weekend, but S&P is not. So I'm going to drop the Bitcoin part of this chart, and we're just going to go to the S&P. The S&P, that's a 10-minute scale. I don't want that. I want the daily scale. The daily scale remains somewhat in a bullish trend. Let's see if we can rally to new all-time highs, and that would certainly help Bitcoin. That's it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will be seeing you all on the next one. I like smoked salmon and beef jerky. The problem is it's very difficult with salmon. I really hate farmed salmon. I only like, wild salmon. So it's a problem when you go in for sushi. You don't know where your salmon comes from. But when I buy salmon, I usually do it at Trader Joe's, where I know it's wild salmon. Same thing with beef jerky. Like, I want grass-fed meat. And when you buy, sketchy beef jerky, you don't know the quality is good or not. All right, guys. Unconfiscatable. Join us in Las Vegas. Hope to see you guys there and play poker with a bunch of you. Thank you all so much for watching, and see you all on the next one. Bye, guys.